the player.
Hi there, Coleco fans. This is Josh here again with the ColecoVisions podcast with another Homebrew Highlights. So today I've got another game I want to do an unboxing for, and then I'll do a little bit of the gameplay, and we'll check the game out. So today, again, I'm really excited. I've got a brand new ColecoVision game. This is pretty sweet. And today I've got a special treat for you. So the game I'm going to be reviewing today is Zanac. This is a new release by Collectorvision Games. Really, really cool box art here. And it's interesting to see that this game is actually, you see it's a CBS ColecoVision. So the international marketing for the ColecoVision was actually labeled CBS instead of by Coleco. So it's cool that they were able to do the box in the same style as those international release games, which is pretty cool. And then you'll also see down here, it says Coleco Super Game Module required, CBS Electronics. So this is great. Really neat artwork here on the front. And if you can't tell from the artwork, this is a shoot 'em up game. And here's the back. We've got some really nice screenshots on here. Zanac, multiple screens. And it's got a little description for each one of them. See if I can get my camera to focus here, sorry. Take control of the spaceship AFX 6502 Zanac. That's funny. I bet that's in reference to the processor, the 6502 that was used in a bunch of systems, including the NES, C64, and a bunch of others, Apple II. Blast through futuristic hostile territories. Encounter huge boss battles. And unique AI adapts to your skill level. Wow, that sounds impressive. That'll be cool to check out. And program and audiovisual by Eduardo Mello. Man, we're on a roll with his games here. So, and if you can't tell, if you guys didn't check it out, you should check out my last video. That was on the Pac-Man collection. That was also done by Eduardo Mello. And if you can't tell, it's giving me Pac-Man fever. So, love that game. So, guys, I'm really excited about this. This is sweet. I've got a brand new game. And just to show the difference here, like I was talking about, it's cool. We've got all the CBS Electronics brandings on here, which is pretty cool that they made an international style box. Galaga, which I reviewed previously, you can see has the regular Coleco brand on it. It doesn't say CBS ColecoVision like the other ones do. And you can see the difference on the sides of the box here. So that's kind of cool. I like that. They look really, really cool on my shelf next to each other. So now I've got two boxed Coleco games. So, and again, these are really high production quality. They look and feel just like what would have come out at the time. And they really, really took their time in designing these. It's really cool. I'm just loving these boxes. They look great. So I guess we'll have to pop this open and take a look, huh? Oh man, this is looking awesome. Let's take a look, guys. There we go. Look at that cartridge logo. That's really cool. It's even got the CBS logo on it there. Let's take it out. Man, this is sweet. Oh, wow, that is cool. Check out the label there. So they've got the Zanac logo up at the top here. And they have the CBS logo down here. Program and audiovisuals by Compile, 1986. All rights reserved. ColecoVision conversion by Eduardo Mello. Collectorvision.com. Very cool. So just like with the Galaga cartridge, this is really cool. You've got, the ridges on the side, just like you would on an original cartridge. They paid really close attention when they created these molds. You got the little tabs and the angles here. This is great. And the label is a nice, thick, high quality label on here. Man, this is really cool. I just, man, I just get tickled every time I get to open up a new one of these games. It's really, really awesome. So let's take a look and see if we've got a manual. And yes, we do. CollectorVision comes through again here. Let's see. Very cool. So, wow, this is great. So again, another full color manual with the full ColecoVision logo. It's got a game guide number on there. That's pretty neat, and nice graphic of the Zanac logo. And they have the CollectorVision Games logo on there too. And then it looks like another nice print of the front of the box. And the tagline is "Fight alone against the system to save mankind." Very cool. So they've got a description of the game here, and I always love this. They've got the diagram that, just like they would in a regular old school ColecoVision manual. It shows you how to hook it up to your TV and everything, and they've got the label of the game on there, which is really nice attention to detail there. That's pretty cool. So we've got the game description here, and I'll read it for you. So it says, millennia ago, an unknown alien race created a tiny device known as the System, containing boundless wisdom and knowledge, but also vast destructive potential. If properly opened, it would grant access to untold wisdom and technology, but if improperly accessed, it would unleash almost unlimited destruction. I see where this is going. Mankind attempted to access the system and failed. Well, yeah, I kind of figured that one. The system began to spread out the tiny icon that contained it. Spreading throughout known space and conquering and destroying all in sight, it posed a mortal danger to all life. Mankind discovered how to properly access the knowledge and technology within the system, but it could not shut its defensive expansion down because of its vast tactical systems. The system threatens to engulf the entire galaxy and destroy all life. However, the defenses of the system are designed around destroying and overcoming entire fleets. In theory, a lone starfighter might be a low enough priority to the defenses of the system to allow it to fight its way back into the heart of the system and destroy it. That sounds a little bit familiar. The defenses aren't tight enough for a lone one-man fighter? Yeah. AFX 6502, I love that number. Zanac, the most advanced starfighter ever produced, and is launched on a desperate mission to fight its way to the heart of the system and shut it down forever. So, cool. Nice little backstory there to let us know what we're getting into. It sounds like the humans have opened up a Pandora's box and unleashed tons of destruction all over the galaxy. So, oh, this is neat. So they got the diagram of the controller. It explains how to control the game, and a nice full color screenshot telling you how to play the game. Man, those graphics look great. Man, I can't wait to fire this thing up. This looks awesome. Cool. So you pilot the Zanac, the only ship designed with the capability to thwart the system. The system. Let's see if we can beat the system. The Zanac is a very maneuverable fighter with an intelligence system that determines the optimal speed to fly through any section. As a result, while you have control over the ship's relative position on the screen, you do not have control over the general speed at which it travels across the terrain. Zanac is outfitted with two separate weapon systems. The first is a standard gun, which you will never lose. It can be upgraded in a number of ways, but primarily collecting power chips contained in boxes. So it sounds like we'll have power-ups, which is cool. That's always a nice little feature to have in shoot-'em-ups. The second system is a modular special weapon system that can swap out one special weapon whenever you collect another type of special weapon. Alternatively, you can upgrade particular special weapon systems by continuing to collect the same special weapon that you already currently have. Special weapons appear as 8 different tiles with the numbers 0 through 7 printed on them. The Zanac ship cannot sustain direct contact with an enemy craft or with an enemy bullet. If the ship comes into contact with either, it will immediately explode. Yikes. Don't want to get goosed. Extra ships can be earned continuously throughout the game as you reach certain score levels. If you destroy objects on the ground or in the air, various different objects emerge. If you can catch them, unexpected things will happen. The game consists of 8 areas. When you clear the 8th area, the screen shows the ending. Alright, so there's 8 levels, I guess. Special weapons. Zanac uses 8 special weapons at the beginning of the game. It uses Fire 0. You can change the type of weapons every time you catch one of the 7 power-ups indicated by the flashing numbers on the screen. So here it's showing more instructions on the different types of power-ups, which is pretty cool. Sorry about the focus there. So we have an all-range weapon, a straight crusher, a field shutter, shield Zanac from enemy weapons, powerless against objects on the ground. Circular circulates around your fighter and destroys enemy weapons, powerless against objects on the ground. Vibrator vibrates left and right shortly after takeoff. Survives 60 enemy attacks per weapon shot. Effective against the objects on the ground. Rewinder climbs up slowly, decelerates as it falls, destroys enemy weapons. Effective against the objects on the ground. Plasma flash, that sounds cool. Eliminates all enemy weapons in the air, including power chips. Wow, that's pretty cool. Fire 7, high speed, hits and penetrates the enemy's weapon and object on the ground. Can only be activated for 200 seconds. The time is consumed only when you continue to press the button. Oh, that's interesting. So it sounds like you probably press and hold the button to expend that. That's pretty cool. Enemy eraser appears when you hit 6 icons on the ground. When you catch the enemy eraser, you can destroy all objects in the air. Cool. Increase the power of conventional weapons by using the power chips that emerges from opening boxes. Objects on the ground. There are various kinds of attacking objects on the ground. Many of them are composed of several different patterns. Their high resistance makes it difficult for you to destroy them with a single blow. After the destruction, another object may emerge from it. Fortresses launch attacks from several cores. When a fortress emerges, the scroll stops. When you destroy all the cores, the fortress explodes and the scroll starts again. Zanac Power Play feature. Zanac uses ALC, Automatic Level of Difficulty Control Function. Sounds impressive. Which is programmed by the AI, Artificial Intelligence. The system. The strength and quantity of the enemy changes according to the pattern of the attack and player's skill level. The place where the enemy appears also varies game by game. This is a unique feature to Zanac, so playing Zanac, the fastest, most advanced space game, is like a new game each time. Alright, cool. Note the reset button on the console clears the computer. It can also be used to start a new game at any time. It can be used in the event of a game malfunction. Let's hope that doesn't happen. The fun of discovery. This instruction booklet will provide information you need to start playing, but this is only the beginning. You will find this cartridge is full of special features that make Zanac an exciting game every time you play. Experiment with different techniques to enjoy the game. Then I have a little how to reach us on the back, opcodegames.com and collectorvision.com. So very cool. Just to give you guys a little bit of history on this game, Zanac was, it's a vertical space shooter, and it was originally released on the MSX computer and also the Famicom and the Nintendo Entertainment System. So I believe this is a port of the MSX computer version. So it's very cool. So I can't wait to try this one out. What do you think, guys? So again, awesome looking box, very cool looking cartridge. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to fire this thing up. So I'll fire it up. We'll do some gameplay video, and you'll see my first impressions. Hopefully, I won't be too terrible, but I'm sure this game is going to be awesome. So let's check it out. All right, guys, let's do this. I'm pumped. We're going to get to try out Zanac here. I'm going to be firing it up for the very first time. I'm really excited to check out what this game has to offer. So let's give her a try, eh? Power it on here. Here we go. Oh, wow, that is cool. So the logo for Zanac kind of came in as a spiraled in from the right side of the screen, and then it kind of in pieces, and then it came together in the center. It was a really, really cool effect. And the music kind of fires up right away. We did not have the traditional ColecoVision 12-second wait screen, which is kind of interesting. The game just fires right up. So we've got the Zanac logo in a metallic color. The score at the top, and the high score. It says Zanac AI, and then we've got three options: game start, continue, and option. And at the bottom it says copyright 1986, compile, and copyright 2015, Collectorvision Games. So let's take a look at the option. So I'm able to navigate the menu just by going up and down on my joystick and hitting the fire button. So there's game mode, which is set to normal. Oh, if you move right, it goes to easy. So there's normal and easy. I guess we'll try it on normal first. Rest, which is probably lives, just from my experience in Nintendo. It looks like you can give yourself up to 9 lives, like a cat. I guess I'm going to go up to 9, so hopefully you guys will get to see a little bit more of the game, just because I'm not sure how great I'm going to be the first time. And there's auto fire, normal and fast. Normal, fast, and faster. So I'm guessing you can probably hold down the fire button rather than having to keep pushing it. I'll try it out on normal, and then there's a sound test. Oh, that's cool. Wow, that's pretty catchy music. Oh, that is cool. So you can actually go through the different songs in the game. Wow, this is cool. Oh, man. Check that out. Wow, I'm digging this music, guys. This is pretty sweet. And I like that the so as I'm navigating through these menu options, there's a little sprite of the ship that shows you which option you're on. So that's pretty neat. All right, so that is the there we go. There's the animation again on the main screen. Interesting, there's a continue option, and so game start, continue, and option. I'm going to go to game start, and we're going to take off. All right, oh wow. So it fires right up. Wow, this is cool. So it's a vertical shooter. The background is scrolling really fast for the ColecoVision. I don't know that I've seen a game scroll this fast before. This is very impressive. Wow. And the my ship is I'm able to move left, right, up, and down. And it looks like I can move up just about as far as I want to on the game screen. And we've got enemies moving very, very smoothly down the screen towards me, as well as projectiles. Oops, and I died. And it looks like after you die, you're invincible for a few seconds. And wow, this is really moving very quickly. The gameplay is very fast. The sprites are moving extremely fast. The game did pause there for a second. Looks like at a enemy base or something. So as the manual said, the speed of your ship is controlled automatically, but you're able to move freely about the playfield. You've got a pretty good range of motion. You can pretty much move freely throughout the entire playfield. And the backgrounds are pretty detailed, so we've got some grass and some water. And there's some texture to the grass, so it's not just plain green, but there's different shades and things. And it looks like we got a river down below. and you can see the water is kind of, we're following around along a river, and it's kind of moving from left to right. This is really, really neat. And it looks like I can fire 2 shots at a time. And once the first shot is off screen, you can fire again, so it's kind of like Galaga in that regard. And wow, man. So the sprites, I'm fighting a base right now, and it looks like four little eyeballs, almost it looks like, are coming out and shooting things at me. And they're pretty narrow, so this is pretty challenging to hit them. But the screen actually stopped scrolling for a minute to kind of pause, so I can like hover over this base and try to kill it. So this is really neat, that, you know, it's not a constant pace in the game, that it varies, depending on, you know, if you're fighting a base or if you're fighting other ships. And man, I am very, very impressed with this game, with just the speed of the sprite movement, the speed of the projectiles, how smoothly it scrolls when it does, when you're in motion. It doesn't feel, you know, like jerky or jittery when it's in either the scrolling of the background or in the movement of the player. Wow. And the music is great. And the right hand, maybe quarter of the screen, there's a vertical bar that shows you all of your score stats. So let's try this again. This is round 1. And so as you're scrolling along, I've got multiple ships coming at me. They look like they're all green, and they kind of look like just what a typical spaceship would look like, kind of like a triangle. And oh, now there's a different type of enemy that looks sort of circular. We've got nice variations in the enemy types, and they're actually, I've noticed that those enemy sprites have 2 colors, which typically does not happen. Oh wow, okay, so I killed a base, and it played a little victory riff there, and I got 2,000 bonus points. But yeah, the sprites for the enemy ships are actually a little bit of black as well as the green to give them a little bit more definition, which looks really cool. And typically you'll see in a lot of ColecoVision games, enemy sprites a lot of times are only a single color, just because you can only have 1 color per sprite. So to do 2 colors, typically you have to layer 2 sprites, and usually it leads to a lot of flicker if you do that. But I'm really not noticing much flicker in this game so far, other than in the enemy projectiles. Although actually, I don't know if that's intentional. But if it is a defect, they're using it to good effect in the game. So kudos to Eduardo there. This is great, man. This is oh nice. I got a little sound there. So I hit 10,000 points and I got an extra life. Very cool. Man, this is addicting. Honestly, guys, I am really, really impressed with what they're able to do. So this game does require the Super Game module, so we've got, I think, 32 kilobytes of RAM instead of 1 kilobyte of RAM for the ColecoVision system, which, you know, will help with additional details and things in the game. But the real challenge with the ColecoVision is the number of sprites and color limitations. And to be honest, also, really it's tough for the ColecoVision to scroll because you don't get direct access to the video memory. You have to do it through like an output port. So it's difficult to scroll things at a good pace without having direct access to the video memory. But Eduardo pulled it off here because really this looks great. So I've been able to beat the first couple of, I guess, bosses or stations here of the system. So we're trying to beat the system here. And it looks like I just got a power-up. So I blew up an item on the ground, which may have been a box, and then inside there was an item that I could pick up, which was one of the power-ups. And on the right-hand side of the screen, the indicator that says fire
showed the number of the power-up that I had. Oh, wow, okay, so you can actually shoot some of the enemy projectiles. It looks like they're missiles. You can shoot those missiles instead of having to dodge them, which is really neat. Oh, wow. Man, this game has really great music. Listen to that. That's pretty sophisticated. Wow. I really like that. All right, guys. We're gonna change the difficulty here to easy. So hopefully I can get a little further in the game, and we're gonna set the auto fire to fast. Okay, so now I had been clicking the fire button, and now I'm just holding it down, and it's shooting it's shooting two projectiles, one right after the other, and there's less of a delay. Oh, okay, so I picked up a power up, and now it's shooting even faster. So it looks like that power up allows you to have more shots on the screen at a time. It's no longer limited to only 2. Ooh, died. Okay, when I blew up the base, it actually cleared all of the obstacles on the playfield here. So I got another power up here. Yep, it looks like I'm firing faster now with the auto fire, holding down the fire button. That's a really nice feature to have too, because on the original ColecoVision controller, you know, they must have been thinking of William, because I know he gets the Coleco hand cramps, as we all do, when you're trying to hit those buttons on the side of the controller. So definitely a good feature, and I don't feel like it really takes too much away from, you know, the challenge of the game, because, you know, this is actually, because the game is moving so quickly, you're pretty frantically moving about the screen. Oh, so now I have double lasers. Another power up. Oh man, this is awesome. Dual lasers. I'm shooting projectiles, and I'm able to hit the enemies coming at me at the screen. From what I can tell, it looks like the collision detection is really good. I've never felt so far that I've shot something and it didn't register. Wow, and so I'm fighting this base right now, and so it's got 4 little eyes that are shooting projectiles at me, and each one of them is shooting several projectiles, so there's a lot of sprites on the screen at the same time. This is impressive. Yet another power-up. And another one. Wow. So now there's bases that are shooting projectiles horizontally, so I'm flying over these bases on the ground, and as the screen is scrolling, there's sets of horizontal projectiles that I have to avoid. They look like they're electric beams or something. It's a really cool effect. And you can actually shoot those as well, or you can try to avoid them. So I've never played this game before on the NES, never heard of it either. So I don't really have anything to compare it to as far as other versions of the game. But this is very, very impressive. If I had to guess, I would not guess that this game was on the ColecoVision, just because really the detail level of the sprites, the speed at which the game scrolls, and just really how smoothly and effortlessly I feel like I can control my ship and really quickly move it around the screen. And it's neat, you know, I set the game onto an easy difficulty, so I'm getting further, but, you know, as they indicated on the box, the game's difficulty kind of ramps up and adjusts to the way that you're playing. Oh wow, so now I have picked up a power-up, and there's a glowing orb on the front of my ship. It looks like it's a shield, perhaps? Yes, and it just absorbs some damage for me. Oh wow, that is cool. And the shield is like not really flickering, but changing colors really rapidly. It's a really neat effect. It just looks like some type of energy shield. It's really cool. And it's making this boss fight a lot easier, because I don't have to move around as much now. I can kind of sit in one spot and concentrate on the little openings that I have to hit, because my shield is absorbing all of these little projectiles that are flying about. Wow, and these projectiles are just pouring out of there. I'm really impressed the ColecoVision's ability to handle all those. Man, that's great. So, man, guys, I gotta say, this is awesome. This is really showing off the capabilities of the ColecoVision and that Super Game module. I mean, this is, you would not expect this this smooth of gameplay and action on the ColecoVision, especially not with the scrolling vertical shooter like this. This is great, and I don't know if there are any other vertical shooters on the system, homebrew or otherwise, but again, not something that you would typically expect. Man, my shield's really lasting a long time here. This is great. And we got another power-up, and now I'm shooting faster. And you do lose your power-ups once you die, so it's really nice having the shield so I can get a little bit more time with these power-ups. So fire just increased to 200. I remember it did say there was something that would last for 200 seconds, and I wonder, oh, I just lost it because I died. I wonder if I need to use the keypad to engage that, or if I already was using it. If I pick it up again, I'll have to check that out and see. Oh man, so now, yeah, the game is really starting to pick up the pace on scrolling. Oh, I love now we've got some boss music here. This is great. Ah, oh, I died. And the time is actually counting down, so you only have so much time when the scrolling screen kind of stops. They give you so much time to kill the system, the little enemies on the ground. And now while I'm trying to shoot these little openings on this base on the ground, not only is it shooting projectiles at me, but the enemy ships are starting to come through now. It's adapting to my strategy of trying to sit in one place and just hit these exhaust ports. I mean, weapons areas. Wow. So it looks like I'm still, I made it to round 2, but level 0. So, alright. I'm gonna give this another go. We got an easy auto fire. Let's set to faster. Let's see what that's like. I'm not sure I've got my keypad here, so I can try that to see if I need it for firing some of these special weapons. Oh, I should have tried continue. 'Cause I think I was in round 2? Okay, there we go. Fire 100. Okay, it's counting down there because this is my shield. Oh, level 2. Okay, so the level is actually a weapons level. That's neat. So, weapons level 2, meaning I'm firing 2 streams of laser beams. And my shield is at 95, so it actually will count down from there, so it's like a shield percentage. Okay, so I think we got a screen clear there. Made that sound and the screen flashed and killed everything. And now, okay, so I've lost my shield, but now it says fire 250. And I'm hitting all the buttons. I don't know what it's doing. So I'm not sure what that was for. Let me check the manual. Oh, there's extra life. Let's see here in the manual, it was describing high speed, hits and penetrates every enemy's weapon An object on the ground can only be activated for 200 seconds. The time is consumed only when you continue to press the button. So maybe if I was holding down the button. Oh, okay, so we need two buttons. Press the left button to launch the conventional weapons, press the right button to launch special weapons. Okay, so I might need an actual ColecoVision controller for this. I'm going to force out my Super Action controller and we'll see if it works. I've never used it before, so I don't know which one is if it has, you know, the traditional left and right buttons that a normal ColecoVision controller would. I'm assuming that it does. Maybe we'll give it a try here. Oh, okay, cool. Seems like it's working. Now you guys won't hear the clicking as much. Oh, wow. So yeah, there is a whole other shooting mode. You hear that sound, and so now my projectiles are much wider, and they have a really cool sound when I shoot them. Oh, and it actually shoots in the direction that you're pointing with the joystick. Wow, that is cool. Oh man! Wow. So my Super Action controller doesn't seem to want to move right very easily, so I'm getting killed a lot, but it's cleaned or something. But wow, what a difference. And I really liked this game even before I knew about the secondary fire mode, and now, man, this is just extra impressive. That is really neat. There we go, we got the screen clear. There we go. Kind of fighting with my controller a little bit here. And there's the 250. So it seems like it is firing faster now. And it's coming down from 250 for my secondary weapon now. Man, this is great. I can't believe everything that the system is handling, all of these sprites. I mean, now we've got all of my crazy sprites going all over the screen for my secondary fire, and then enemy projectiles and enemy ships. This is great. I like that sound too. It's cool. The sounds seem to really fit the game very well, and they're not like annoying. Man, I'm just really impressed with the number of power-ups and the way that they implemented it. This is cool. Wow. Alright guys, this is, man, they just really kicked it up a notch with this one. So make sure you play with your, well, hopefully not an original ColecoVision controller, because you don't want to cramp up, but if you've got a Super Action controller, or if you've got an awesome controller from Ed Ladden controllers, then you should be in good shape. But you're definitely going to want something with two fire buttons, because you've got to use the secondary fire mode if you want to be able to get very far. Well, I guess further. I did pretty decent without it, but with it, it's just really, really nice. So, again, guys, thanks for watching. This is really sweet. Very, very cool game. Definitely one you want to check out. So, be sure to check out CollectorvisionGames.com, where you can probably order up a copy of this game, get a brand new ColecoVision game with the sweet box, the manual, the brand new cartridge. It's I've got to say I'm completely satisfied with my purchase. This is really cool, so thanks Collectorvision Games. And that was not easy, so there's definitely a lot more gameplay to be had here, but my top score is 59,000, so I'm definitely going to have a lot more fun playing this game, but I don't want to keep rambling here, so I think I'll probably stop for now. I might come back with a few more comments as I play the game a little bit more and get further into it to see what else there is. thanks for listening. Thanks Eduardo Mello again for making a great game. This is a really cool port. I'm just really impressed with what he was able to do on the ColecoVision, because this feels like I'm playing a shooter on the NES or something. So this is definitely one that you guys will want to check out. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're enjoying the ColecoVision's podcast, and just wanted to say thanks to Eduardo and to William and Brett and Gamester for having me on. And stay tuned for more episodes, guys. I'll be covering more games, and be sure to pre-order your Super Game module, because they're in production. They're doing a 3rd run right now, so some of these games will require that from Opcode Games. So make sure you order yours, because it's really cool to see the expanded system capabilities with that. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. I've got a system to destroy.
You are the player, because your vision is our vision. The player. Sorry. I play on ColecoVision. You are the player.